for enduring success. Welcome to another exciting review of the 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. And we're still on chapter 12, which says the 5 a.m. Club discovers the habit installation protocol. We started this yesterday and we're going to continue with it today. Yesterday, we learned that you've got to have grit. You've got to be committed. You've got to be resilient, to be highly disciplined, to be dedicated if you want to be outstanding in life. And we also learned that, amongst the many things that we learned, that your brain has the capacity to expand. Your brain is like a muscle. So if you flex it, it is going to expand. If you put it to good use, your brain is going to work for you. But if you don't make use of your brain is going to become so dormant. You will think that you are not capable of doing anything, but it is actually because you have not been exercising your brain. So you really want to start putting your brain to good use. The brain can be strengthened, it can be sculptured and optimized if you choose to make it so. And the emerging neuroscience explaining the availability of mastery to every single person alive today, no matter where they live or how old they are, or what they do, or how hard their past have been, is so incredibly exciting. That means that it doesn't matter who you are, your race, your background, your past. We all have the kind of brain that can work for our good. It can be optimized to capacity if we want it to be so. And what makes the great ones is that they truly understand that daily discomfort is the price of enduring success. That means no discomfort, no success. You can't remain in your comfort zone and yet you want to be so successful. No, the best that you're going to be is a mediocre. If you push yourself hard, very hard, you're going to build the kind of brain that generates military grade discipline. You know how the military train, right? They put themselves through a lot of discomfort, brutal training. It is for a reason. We're going to learn more about that as we proceed. So it is such a myth that the super producers had easy lives. They don't have easy lives. On the outside, when they come out, when they win competitions, when they get awards, we may think like, oh, they are so lucky, they have easy lives. But what we don't know is the immense work that they put into their craft behind the scene. So at this point, the billionaire, Mr. Riley, pulled out an envelope and gave it to the entrepreneur to read. So these are the words on that envelope. The words of philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. He says, do not talk about giftedness, inborn talent. One can name great men of all kinds who were very little gifted. They captured greatness, became geniuses, as we put it, through qualities, the lack of which no one who knew what they were would boast of. They all possessed that seriousness of the efficient workman, which first learns to construct the parts properly before it ventures to fashion a great whole. They allowed themselves time for it because they took more pleasure in making the little secondary things well in the effects of a dazzling whole. This is a lot of English, right? A lot of grammar here. Let me just summarize it. It means that people that we refer to as geniuses, as great men, as top performances, many of them are not so gifted as we think. What makes them outstanding is that they were so disciplined. They sharpened their skill. They practice in their closets. So when they come out, we feel like, oh, this person is so great. This person is so skillful or so talented. No, some of them are not so talented like we think. It's just that they are so dedicated to their craft. They sharpen it so well. You wouldn't know that what they are building on is not so much talent, right? This is also the phrase from English poet William Ernest Henley. He says, it matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. That means you can direct your life wherever you want it to go. It depends on you. It depends on the kind of hard work you are willing to put into your daily craft. If you love comfort, you love to sleep, you love to eat every single time, you can't even play with your belly, you cannot make sacrifices, you cannot subscribe to delayed gratification, then you are also the captain of your soul. So anywhere you steer your ship towards, that's where it's going to face. If you want it to face success, it will face there. If you want it to face mediocrity, it will face there. The masters and the geniuses of the heroes of civilization all lived hard lives. So we should not allow anybody to lie to us. They lived hard lives. They trained tough. They played through pain. They were ambitious. They were ceaseless and ferocious when it came to the complete capitalization of their grandest potential. They understood the meaning of the word passion. That word means to suffer. So every time you say, oh, I'm passionate about this, I have passion for this, I have passion for that, maybe you're actually misusing that word. The word passion in the context of being successful means suffer. Are you willing to suffer for your vision? Are you willing to suffer for the kind of life that you desire? Are you willing to suffer for greatness? Are you willing to suffer for your ideals, for your values? Are you willing to suffer for your family so that they can break out of poverty? The word passion means suffer. Men and women who suffered for their visions, their ideals, their aspirations, they suffered for the increase of their skill and sacrificed for the realization of their prowess. They endured enormous hardship. They didn't have it easy at all. At all, at all. And you know, if you refuse to suffer for your skills, your ideals, your aspirations, you are cheating the world. You are making the world a poorer place, because the world cannot be great without your own greatness contributing to it. So imagine that we have a bunch of lazy people on earth, people who just love their comfort. The world is going to be a poor place. So thanks to those people who painstakingly sharpened their skills, who became great men and women that we are looking up to today. Great men and women in the field of science, engineering, arts, music, spirituality, and so on. They are the ones bringing us to enjoy the planet Earth today. Otherwise, think about it. If everybody is as lazy as you are, how do you think the world is going to be? Maybe we wouldn't have people who would have discovered all the innovative discoveries in science today. There was one book that we read that explained that in the olden days before civilization, if you have an accident, you will go through a lot of pain on the theater table. They will tie you down. There's nothing like anesthetics or anesthesia. Nothing like that. You will feel the pain. Blood will be gushing out like this. They'll put a bucket under that operating table. They will tie you down so that you don't shake. As they are cutting your flesh, you'll be seeing it. You'll be feeling the pain. Nothing to calm the pain, to ease it. So if the people who discovered how to the painkillers that we have today, the modern ways of doing surgery, medicine, innovations, in engineering, in different fields, if they had not done that, some of them went through sleepless nights. Look at Thomas Edison. Now we can see we have bulb. Do you remember how many times he failed before he got it right? So just think about it, that if everybody is working the way you are working, how will the world be? We will all be suffering. So you need to change your attitude. Don't be selfish. Don't think that, well, if I become an average person or a mediocre, it's just for me. You are affecting the world. You are making the world a poorer place. Playing small with your promise demotes our world, because the planet becomes a poorer place without your greatness in it. I love this perspective. So that you don't become selfish. Think of your children when they have to go to the hospital, when they have to go to fantastic schools that will teach them modern things. If you as their parent, you are just complacent, you're in your comfort zone, would they enjoy the beautiful things of life that you'd have loved them to enjoy? Would you? So you have to put yourself through voluntary discomfort. Even Mr. Riley says he puts himself through voluntary discomforts. By sleeping on the floor once in a week, he fasts like twice a day. It's not like they tell them in church, oh, you must fast, and then he's fasting under compulsion. No, it is voluntary. He fasts twice a day. And anytime he's fasting, he doesn't have to think about food. He's able to channel that energy to his work. So food is not a distraction for those 2 days. He will take cold shower. I once read somewhere that if you can take cold shower every morning, you are highly disciplined. That is one metric of discipline that you can use to measure yourself. It says sometimes you will jog in the snow during winter, voluntary discomforts to build his willpower, to condition himself to strengthening scenarios, to make himself tough. He puts himself into situations of hardship. Why do you think that military people go through brutal trainings? To confront their fears. They do all kinds of trainings that if you're not a military person, you'll be like, this is too hard. But they come out tough. Imagine the people that want to go and fight and face the enemy and protect the entire nation, now living in so much comfort and eating and sleeping and whining. Would you entrust your life into their hands? No. So military personnel, they go through brutal trainings, crushing scenarios, spirit crushing scenarios. They eat brutal food, live in Spartan setting, bravery and the capacity to do the difficult things that are necessary for the fullest expression of your greatness. They are necessary. You have to be tough on the inside and on the outside. Don't be a gentle person. Don't be reasonable with yourself when it comes to success. To be reasonable means that you keep giving excuses. Your flesh wants what is reasonable. Oh, you're tired, just sleep. Oh, why should you wake up by 5 o'clock? It will help you to rationalize it. It will help you to reason it out. We went to bed late last night. You really don't have much to do today. Why do you want to wake up at 5 a.m.? Sleep some more. But if you want to be great, you are not going to be reasonable with yourself. When it comes to fulfilling your gifts, your talents, your admirable ambitions and instincts to change the world in whatever way most resonates with you, never ever be reasonable with yourself. Never make excuses. Never allow your flesh to control you, to give you all kinds of reasons why you should not step out of your comfort zone. If you don't remember anything tonight, remember that you should never ever be reasonable with yourself. Because there are 1001 reasons why you should not be disciplined, why you should not be committed, why you should not go through discomfort or hardship to become a great person. Never ever be reasonable with yourself. George Bernard Shaw says, research proves that training yourself so your willpower becomes maximized is one of the crowning achievements in an epic life. Train yourself so much. Maximize your willpower. Go all out for it. Don't ever allow your willpower to be weak. Put so much effort into those small things, small daily habits, but consistent daily habits that will compound to make you who you are. Go all out for it. Legendary performers practice being spectacular for so long that they no longer remember how to behave in a non-spectacular way. It becomes their second nature, paying attention to detail, being excellent at what they do, showing up even when they don't feel like it. It becomes a part of them. So they don't remember doing otherwise anymore. They don't remember how to be lazy, how to be so comfortable with mediocrity anymore. They don't remember how to do shabby jobs. They don't remember how to be careless. They don't. They have become so spectacular. Now let us look at this drawing that the billionaire drew. The drawing is about the lifetime habit arc. So if you want to build a lifetime habit, there are 4 ways to doing that. Number 1 is the trigger. Number 2 is the ritual. Number 3 is the reward. Number 4 is repetition. I'll explain this and then we'll close shortly. So what is the trigger? If you want to build any good habits, you first of all need to create some kind of trigger. So for example, you want to start waking up at 5 a.m. You can set an alarm beside you. That is the trigger. Once your alarm goes off at 5 a.m., then get up immediately. You don't have the time to start thinking, should I get up? Should I? No, you will jump out of bed. Because in that instance that the alarm goes off, your brain starts rationalizing it. Should I switch it off? Should I sleep some more? In that instance, even if it's for just 5 seconds, you can quickly make your decision to stay back in bed. So once your alarm goes off, jump out of bed like somebody is pursuing you, like they have poured cold water on you or hot water, whichever one will make you jump out. right? Imagine that. So that is the trigger. Then the ritual, once you are able to jump out of bed, now perform that routine, that activity that you need to perform. Get straight to it. Maybe you need to exercise, maybe you need to start praying, maybe you need to pick up your Bible, or you need to pick up a book to read. Start doing it immediately. That is the ritual. You keep on building it. It is your routine. No excuses. If your eyes are still trying to close, go to your bathroom and wash your face, brush your teeth, or you can quickly take your bath so that you feel alive and sharp. Okay, you do everything possible to make sure that you don't go back to bed, right? And then when you get the ritual going, then the reward. Set a reward for yourself. That is the next step in this 4 pattern of the lifetime habit hack. Set a reward for yourself. Once you're able to get into that habit, or you get it done, you can tell yourself, well, I'm going to buy that favorite book, or I'm going to treat myself to a nice lunch, or maybe I'm going to have a nap later in the evening. Whatever will make you feel good about the ritual, about that routine, set it for yourself so that you can look forward to that reward, and then it can motivate you to do whatever you have to do. And once you get this going, you now need to be repeating the process. Just keep repeating it. Do that the next day, and the next day, and the next day. This is called being steadfast. That is the word. Every time you are repeating that good habit, you are being steadfast at it. Continue to be steadfast. Continue to show up, to be consistent, to be committed. Don't break the rank. Don't break it. Don't say, today I'm going to take a break. That one day break might turn to a lifetime break that will make you forget about that habit completely. We read in one of the books, I think it's The Psychology of Money, the secret to being consistent is never miss twice. Even if you miss one, maybe it's a mistake, maybe your body is tired, you're sick and everything. Make sure you don't miss it the second time. Once you miss it the second time, it's a very dangerous thing. You may keep missing it again. So be true to your own promise. That is the beginning of integrity. Deepen the relationship with your sovereign self. Be true to your word. Integrity is not keeping our promises to other people alone. It is also keeping our promises to ourselves. Once you set that routine to be waking up at 5 a.m., then become undefeatable. Don't allow anything to talk you out of it. And one thing you want to do is never to get exhausted. Don't ever do it in such a way that it becomes so much burden, you exhaust yourself. No, make sure that you sustain your self-control muscle little by little. After doing that, you do the hard work, find time to rest, you still enjoy some other activities in the course of the day that will get you excited, so that your self-control muscle is not exhausted. You don't want to give up. And one thing that some people do to make sure that they maximize their time is that they wear uniforms. Some geniuses wear uniforms because they don't want to be wasting their time on trivial things. Oh, what should I wear today? I've not ironed my clothes. Which colors should I combine? They wear uniforms. That is why even Steve Jobs, in his place of work at Next, painted the wall all white so that there will be no distraction. No artwork on the walls that will now get you distracted. You think that you're working and staring at your computer, but in your head, you are busy reading meaning to all the drawings on the wall. All white drawings. So anything, they are minimalist in what they do. Geniuses are minimalists. They make sure that they eat simple foods, they wear simple clothes, uniforms, they wear simple hair, carry afro, so they don't have to be going to the barbing salon every now and then. They just minimize distractions in every way that they can. They keep order and structure in their lives. They don't waste time on trivial things, on making trivial choices, so that they can focus on the things that truly matter. All right. This is where we're going to stop today. We're going to continue tomorrow, and we're going to finish off with this chapter 12 tomorrow as we look at the habit installation protocol. Thank you so much for joining me on this review. Please don't forget to like this video, share your comments with me, and please subscribe to this channel in case you are yet to subscribe. I remain Olaide Agbaje, also known as First Lady. And on this channel, I inspire you to live intentionally I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, be intentional. Bye. You're welcome.